So I've made a large page here, and I'm just going to cut on the dotted line where it asks me to cut. And I want to work with ancient Egypt, and I want to pick that one because it's my longest rectangle. So there's an F beside ancient Egypt. Right here, you see where it says ancient Egypt down here, there's an F. Ancient Egypt. Oh, if I go this way, you can see it better. So I want to find the rectangle with the F on it. So this is how I'm going to make my timeline. I'm going to cut that rectangle out. We get to do some hands-on work today. Okay, so then I need to look back at my timeline page for my information. So it says the ancient Egypt civilization goes all the way back to 3000 BCE. You guys see where I'm reading that? All the way back to, where am I? Here, all the way back to 3000 BCE. And their civilization kind of ends about 250 BCE. That's what historians or people that study history have kind of decided. So I need to figure out where on my timeline I'm going to start that rectangle. So I want to move over to the BCE side because my numbers were in BCE, and I'm looking at, so I go all the way to the back of my timeline and it says 3000 BCE. So I'm going to take my strip F, and you'll see there's 6 columns. So we go, this top column would be for A. That's not showing very well. For A, and then for B, for C, if you want your letters to all line up nicely, that would be D, E, and F. And it looks like there's a couple extra spots in case you need a little extra space. So I'm going to put my F column maybe down here, and I'm going to slide it all the way back to the end of my timeline. And I'm going to try to glue it down there. So I've got some glue. You might have glue at home. You might have tape. You might have a stapler, whatever works. Okay, so I'm just sliding that strip across the top of my glue stick. And then I'm going to set it down here at 3000 BCE. And the rectangle should take me to around 250 BCE if I look at the other end. So let's see how I did. So here's my square. And if you check out where it ended up, right here, it's halfway to 500 and halfway to 0. And I know that halfway point between 500 and 0 is 250. So it is in the right spot. So when you think about these numbers, they make jumps by 500. So if you're estimating where your rectangles go, and you need to know the halfway point, halfway points will be 250. Halfway between 500 and 1,000 would be 750. So 250 plus 500. All right. Let's do one more. I wonder if there's, because it starts at 450 BCE, you say start it like really close to that 500 line on the BCE side of 0. So
Yeah.
That. So I'm going to put it right near that 500 line on the BCE of 0. And then the rectangle should go to something that looks close to 476 CE. So I think as long as we're a little bit more than halfway over here, as long as we're a little bit more than halfway, so we're past that 250, I think that's going to work just fine. So they don't have to be perfect, but you do want to try to place them on your timeline so they make sense.